What's up, Arc Raiders? We are back for another Arc Raiders Nation podcast. That sounds like
Arc Raiders Nation.
Arc Raiders Nation. What's up, everybody? We've got a lot to talk about today. Again, we have a huge amount of news. We've got some subjects that we want to touch on, and we have a new patch out today, which was what we're going to start our discussion off with. But first, Dutch Butters. What's up, dude?
Well, hello there.
How's it going, man?
Here we are.
Here we are.
It's another week in Arc Raiders.
Dude, the trials last week were bullshit.
They were dog shit.
Dude, I saw a clip of somebody, you know how you had to download something from the bunker, right? For one of the trials.
Yeah.
There was a video. There was literally a line of Raiders
and that's awesome.
Waiting,
Good for them.
which is cool. I'm glad that they're not like shooting each other, but it was just funny as I'm watching this and I'm like, there's like 8 players waiting in line to go and download it.
In other games.
I'm like,
okay, man, I really got to get this thing done. Okay, well, you know, you got to get behind me. No cutsies.
Yeah,
no cutsies.
I'm like, imagine the organization.
Yeah. No, it's good. I like to see that.
It's pretty.
I like
funny.
to see cooperation.
But I saw that and I saw that trial and I was like, I ain't ranking this week.
They're all just playing their guitar.
Yeah, right.
In line. All right, I got to get my download done.
Yeah.
But you know, I didn't even get a chance to get in line. Because I can never, like, whenever I would log on to play, it wasn't up.
There's no bunkers, yeah.
I'm like,
that's an issue.
Come on.
It was a weird trial.
Yeah, so I got 4 out of the 5 trials done. But, man, last week's trials, it's like the number one guy had like 150,000 points or something in my group. And I'm scratching my head trying to figure out how they're doing this.
You know what's funny is like the first time that I ever really took the trials seriously, I was like number 1 ranked.
Yeah.
And then the next bracket that I got put in was Sweat Lord.
Well, it's going to get sweatier.
It's going to get sweaty. The higher you get, the sweatier you get.
Yeah. And that's how it should be.
Sure.
I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah.
Makes you work harder. That's the whole competition.
Dude, yeah.
You know, and I'm at a stage now. I'm like Sweat Lord 3 or whatever they call it. And you know, the rewards are getting a little better. And it's a little more of a competition. You know, but last week we did that thing, and in the top 5 were all like 100,000 plus.
Yeah, and
I was like, after I did my trials night, because I tried to do a trials dedicated night like we did last night. We'll talk about it in a second. But at the end of that, I was only like ranked like 20 something.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to go back. You know,
redo a couple of them.
I want the leaderboard to adjust. Then I like to go back in on the last day. And,
so does everybody else.
And try to crank it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And man, I ended up like not even getting promoted. I was like in 60s, like 67.
Whoa.
Some shit like 61 or something like that.
Shit.
At the end of the week. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get demoted. Luckily I didn't. I just stayed the same. But man, that was a rough one.
Yeah.
That was
last week was tough. I think I did get demoted.
No.
I think I did. Yeah. But no, I'm back up because I think I was Daredevil. And then when I logged in again this week, I was like, what is it, wild card or something?
I think I'm a wild card.
Yeah. Now. So I think I did get demoted, but I'm gonna try. I'm at rank 15 right now on these newest set of trials.
I love how we're all on different leaderboards.
That is cool, but I would love it if we were on the same one though. That'd be kind of fun.
I would not want that.
You don't want that
because our competitive juices.
Oh, I'd log on. I would log on while you were at work, and I would just take a screenshot. Got you, bitch.
You would. It's like, I'm 24 right now, 27.
Yeah, suck it, loser.
Actually, might really be really fun.
It would be fun, dude.
But
just post it in Discord. Just like, look, I'm beating.
But we did that last night. Right now, I was ranked 4.
Really?
Ranked 4th.
I was 15. I was 15 last night. I got a ways to go.
So usually if I can do my trial night and I'm in like the top 10, I can usually end up in the top 25 by the end of the week without having to check back. But we'll see.
All right. Let's cover the patch notes real quick.
Yeah.
It's a cool patch. Oh, cool patch. Let me go to this screen right here.
Yeah.
It said, hey Raiders, the store rotation is going live, and with it a few fixes. Says fix an item duplication exploit.
Don't know how to do it.
I don't know how to do it. Yep. Fix an ammo duplication exploit. Didn't know how to do that either.
Didn't know how to do it.
I don't know how people figure this stuff out. Fixed some cases where players are able to damage others from behind geometry,
and
which through
walls.
Walls. Good.
Yeah.
Same with this. Fixed various out of bounds map locations on Stella Montes.
Yeah.
Good.
That's good. Those are both good changes.
You know what I think is kind of funny is like the people who do this kind of stuff and then they record it and then they post it online and say like, look at this, look what I'm doing. It's like,
okay, thank you.
Thank you for letting us know.
Showing us where the bad spot is.
It just seems weird to me. Like if you're gonna do shit like that, you really want to let everybody know you're doing it. Seems a little weird.
Yeah, just a really small patch though this week. You know, a lot of people are starting to get a little antsy about the lack of big update patches and everything. But I'm finding myself mentally with this game in that weird same spot I was in when Helldivers first came out. Remember how patient I was said to be?
Yeah.
So it kind of came back and bit me on my ass because they didn't listen to me. But you know, I'm at that phase with this game where I'm letting them fix what needs to be fixed before they give us a bunch of content updates.
Yeah, I'm not even looking for like right now.
So
right now, I'm okay. So I was like, this is actually an issue for me personally, and this is totally a skill issue. I can already see the comments now. I've hit a little bit of a ceiling where my skill level and the time that I have to dedicate to the game is kind of limiting what I can do.
Right.
I've got $200,000 in my stash. Not a lot of money.
No.
My stash is full. I've got some high level stuff, but I'm saving all of my like purple items because what I'm trying to get to is I'm trying to get to the point where I can get some of that laser based energy weapons and go fight queens and matriarchs and like have a purpose to it. Right now, I feel like every time I go in, I'm just fucking anvil, pharaoh, shooting enemies, looting stuff.
And that's what I was doing.
And I can take on bombardier sometimes. I can take on rocketeer. I can take on those level enemies, but I feel like I can't get past the hump.
So
and I'm like,
you're in the exact same space I was a week ago. And what happened last night? We're on top of that roof.
Yeah.
And you're going, Dutch, what is that? You just blew the shit out of that freaking thing. And I'm like, that's my new loadout, pal. It's like, I ain't doing those pussy gray weapons anymore.
What gun is that?
Patina, brother.
Ooh.
It's my new thing.
Fancy
I love
pants.
it. I love it.
Fancy pants.
It makes you dance. So I'm up there with a freaking hall cracker and a patina.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm just blowing the living shit out of stuff. And it was just so much fun.
Yeah. So you leveled up your gear then.
I'm putting the gear fear out of my head. I'm not so much as afraid. Now, if I'm going to go into a trio Stellamontis,
not bringing that stuff.
I'm making my anvil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anything else, I'm trying to get the gear fear out.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of that stuff. What I did is I decided, you know, we need to like go back to this in a second, but
that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a couple other things.
There's a new
outfit
in the store. I kind of like it. I do. I don't mind it at all. It's called the Fiero.
Yeah.
I like the pants. The pants don't look like I'm going on stage with Judas Priest this week. So, you know, that's good.
I don't mind it. It looks very similar to the one, the dust coat that I already wear.
I really like the green variant and
Yeah.
on the side over there.
The green one's good.
Yeah.
I don't mind. This is good. It's not something that I'm going to switch into.
I might buy it.
The brown one looks pretty cool.
Yeah, the brown one looks good too.
But
the two that they have in the back and not on the main page are better looking than the one they got modeling. So
I agree.
But
that's pretty much all. That's the patch notes and that's the update to the store.
1300
gold
credit bundle. I'm gonna have to spend $5.
I haven't spent money on this game yet.
Yeah,
I haven't.
I spent a little bit.
Like when Helldivers was peak, I was buying every warbond that came out.
Yeah,
but for this one, like most of these skins, I don't like. I don't really care about emotes. There's very little in here that I'm like, oh yeah, I need to buy that. Like I don't really care about skins.
Yeah,
it doesn't get my juices flowing.
But I don't mind this one. It's way better looking than last week's, I think.
Yeah.
If they had these pants on last week's freaking skin.
Oh, on the Abyss?
That would have been awesome.
That would have been dope.
That would have been perfect.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the gear fear thing. I guess this isn't really gear fear, but what I did was I took my character and I was struggling with my stash again. Because I just keep getting all this bullshit stuff that I don't really need. So I went in there and I picked like 3 or 4 guns. And like 3 or 4 grenades, you know, and a couple make life easier items.
Yeah.
And I check those off for tracking.
Okay.
For stuff. And if the stuff that I collect doesn't have a little eyeball on it, it's gone.
Yeah.
And it's easier for me to do that right now because I've made a decision that my goal in the game is to get to level 75.
Okay.
Okay. So the next expedition, I'm done. I don't care. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do the next expedition. I don't really need to, you know, because I did the last one and I didn't really enjoy repeating the quests that I did.
Yeah.
I finally got to the point now where I did the quest that I didn't do before. I think I'm on one quest. There might be one or two after this one, but it's the last one on the list, the master list. It's called Salvage and Snap or something like that. Instead of Montes, where you got to go get a magnetron and some other thing. It's a bitch. I cannot find these things anywhere, dude. And I've probably gone like 10 runs, and I haven't been able to find. They're both like rare drops and stuff. But, but you know, I'll get it. I'm not too worried about it. But I've decided, since I've almost got the questing part done, the PvE stuff, and my next goal after that is just to get to level 75, and then we're just going to play the game as content warrants. I guess, you know, the trials and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it'll be fun. That's where I want to get the game. So I've already hit level 75 on my previous character. Yeah. The character that I have right now, I think I'm at like level 50 or something like that, 58. I can't remember. I've you know what's fucked up, dude, is I spent the first 35 levels going for the red tree to get unlock the breachable containers or whatever. I have yet to like even use it. Yeah. I spent all these freaking skill points getting to that point, and now I'm like, I don't even go. Oh, I use it. Do you? Yeah, I use it every once in a while. I haven't really been like, I got a blueprint from my last. But my goal is, like, I don't really care about the level point, the skill level points. I've did that already last time. I'm also not super keen on doing the project this time. Yeah. On like, unless they offer some crazy incentive, like there's really. I'm gonna be set up to where I could finish it if I want to. Yeah. Because I'm already like on stage 3, I think, right now. Yeah. Just from trying to clear off bag space. Yeah. You know what I mean? Skip shit away. Yeah. 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 So. But my goal is I want to be able to fight the boss battles. I had a great time. We went with Boz yesterday, and I was like, "You want to go fight a matriarch?" And he's like, "Yeah, let's go." So we went to Blue Gate, and we went to go fight a matriarch, and I brought 60 rounds of Hellcracker, and and he brought his like fucking laser fucking gun. Yeah, yeah. And like we were kitted out, and there was like 8 other players with us, and we were all freaking taking shots at this thing, and we still didn't kill it before the time ran out. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, man! Like, last night, I had a similar experience. It was when we were waiting for you to come. Yeah, and I had Boz, and we grabbed Faustin. And, you know, those are 2 guys to go on this kind of mission with, because these guys live this game. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, and I had a Hellcracker, and I had my Bettina, I had trigger nades, I had fucking, you know, what are the ones where you throw up and they home in? Oh, the snap ones? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, anyway, I had a bunch of stuff. Oh, the wolf packs. Yeah, we have wolf packs. Yeah. And the matriarch spawned down there in the south. Okay. By the water towers. So on dam. Okay. Dam. Okay. So it's all up you're up on the hill behind the rocks and everything. We had bastions. We had freaking multiple. This thing was spawning babies left and right. Yeah. And, you know, and I had like 120 rounds of my Hellcracker, and you know, I was 115,000 credit loadout I went out there with. Right, it was wild. Yeah. And we're all just like, ka-chung, ka-chung, go shit, duck, get behind. The absolute funnest night I've had playing this game in a very long time. Nice. Any game, and we had an absolute blast. And we still didn't kill it, but we ended up getting like 8,000 points or something like that for the trial. So and it was cool because there was one other team out there, and one of the guys got wasted, and freaking Faustin, I think it was Faustin, it might have been Boz, but I think Faustin went up there and you know, stemmed him up, got him to life and everything, and you know, and it was and these things were missiles coming at us, freaking you know, and you know, then there was snitches all over the ground trying to like grab your face, like, the little spiders. It was hectic. Yeah. My heart rate got at about 200 beats per second. It was like, I could literally feel the adrenaline going. It was the complete and total reason. Yeah. I play these kind of games. Yeah.
I don't want to pull that guy up. Come on, back up. All right.
Nice.
I didn't hurt the guy, I don't think. All right, yeah.
This is crazy.
This is a lot of This is a lot for having spawned all at once.
Yeah, man.
At least the Rocketeer is busy. I'm just small miracles.
Oh shit!
Ooh,
that
that
fuck
one
me.
went right over the shoulder.
I will say this is the friendliest trios.
Agreed.
Yeah, really. The
awesome.
40 bucks that I spent on the game, I completely blew the entire wad on that one mission. It was awesome. It was so much fun.
That's cool, dude.
And you know, it just I just need more of that.
Yeah.
I need more of that in this game.
So I'm going after my whole reason for playing this game right now is to go after boss battles.
Yeah.
But I don't have any of the schematics for the fucking energy-based weapons that actually do real damage. So I'm like, okay, I'm at this weird stalemate where I'm like, I need to find the fucking shit before I can go do what I want to do, but I don't know where to find that stuff.
That's the grind of these
and I'm like, God damn it, man. I'm getting frustrated though.
But that's when you go online, you go to the research sites, you go, what do I got to do?
What do I got to do to get these
the laser
things?
gun in ARCRaiders?
Because it's not happening naturally.
And you're going to find a guide.
Yeah.
And this is what you need. It's just, that's the Warcraft model. I'm sorry, but that is. That's,
it fucking drives me insane.
I need to get the key to open up Onyxia's lair.
Right.
So I can go fight this big boss battle. But to get the key, you got to go to Upper Blackrock Spire and you got to do this thing. You got to do it 4 fucking times. You know, when you got to have a group to be able to do the special puzzles that are in that high-end dungeon.
Fuck.
That's the grind. That's the grind. And that's why Blizzard could get $15 a month out of everybody for 20 years, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just, that's the kind of game I like. You do this to open up this. You do this to open up that. And then once you open that up, you get a key to go do this boss, you know, which is extremely hard. And you're going to need 5 other guys or 40 other guys on the same level as you to kill this thing.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, it's wild. So
that's where I'm at.
That's my kind of game.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
I like doing the trials, but sometimes I don't really care.
The trials are one of those really fun things in the game that you just can do for.
You just want to hop on for 20 minutes and go like, oh, I'm going to go see how many snitches I can kill.
I did all the trials except shredders.
Yeah.
Last night.
Yeah.
In a 2.5 hour stream.
So the shredders. Why didn't you do the shredders? Because that's a good segue for our next topic.
Well, for PvE reasons, you know, it's like I don't play PvE. I've kind of thrown that side of the game out of the window.
Yeah.
My aggression based algorithm should be spotless.
Yeah.
There should be nothing in my aggression matchmaker that says he wants to go engage with rats and assholes. And sure enough, you know, I went all 2.5 hours last night with the guys. And then we did a couple runs with you. And the very last run, it's like, okay, we still need to go get shredders.
Right.
And you guys, I was like, okay, well, because Boz, I got disconnected and Boz got turned into the leader. So we reformed on me. And then we went into Stellamontis. And we weren't in there 3 minutes. And we got plucked off by some dipshits that were in there. You know, it's not why I play. Yo. Got a rat. He's over this way.
Down here.
Not necessary, dude.
No. Don't go up there. Don't go up there.
Piece of shit. He's still there. Other side. Coming to you. These fuckers.
Yeah, do it. Go ahead. Do it.
Reload out. Good. Feel bad. You guys should really.
No, it wasn't a free loadout, actually.
Enjoy the anvil.
So let's talk about PvP. Because
PvP. There's no reason to
there is no incentive other than just wanting to fuck with other players.
Yeah, and this is one of the biggest. This is like one of the major only problems I really have with this game is that for some reason Embark decided when they were making this game.
Yeah.
It's like, they found the PvP side boring.
No, they found the PvE
or the
side.
PvE side boring, and it didn't quite work. So I feel like they just, well, we don't want to put any extra effort or work into this to make it more of a PvE.
So we're just going to let you kill
So
other players.
we're just gonna like turn the PvP side on so you guys can shoot each other.
Yeah.
To make it more what is the word?
Tension.
To add more tension to the game.
It does. It certainly does.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
But
dude, I'm
that's not what
I'm practically paranoid when I log in. If I'm solo, I'm pretty cool. But if I'm with a friend, this also discourages people from playing with their friends, in my opinion. I know other people might say otherwise, but for me, I'm like, oh, I'd like to play with Sticks, and I'd like to play with you, and I'd like to play with some of the guys, and jump in a trio and go do some cool shit. But I know if I do, my odds of getting ratted out go higher and higher and higher.
I want to go have an epic battle against the matriarch boss like we had last night.
And not having to be looking over my shoulder the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
So the thing with the PvP side is you can tell that they just put this shit in. It feels like last minute because there's literally no reason.
There's no in-game rewards.
There's no rewards. There's no dedicated PvP skill tree. There's no dedicated PvP gear. There's no real dedicated PvP. I know people are going to argue with me a little bit, but everything in the game was set up for a player versus environment game.
Right.
There's no ranks. There's no titles.
Yeah.
There's no what do you call the thing where you like in Battlefield where you do the little skill things and you get mystery boxes or open up this gun skin, there's none of that stuff. It was such a lazy decision in my opinion. Instead of
PvP, what do you think they should have added?
They need to, and this is adding to what we were talking about earlier. They need to add more. They need to crank up the difficulty a little bit on the PvE side. Because it's really not that hard to sneak around these large maps and avoid the Arc.
Oh yeah, I can go in.
They need to crank up their aggression level a little bit. They need more. Maybe add another. If you see the two Hornets flying around, maybe add another thing to their thing. Crank up their damage output a little bit. Maybe make the game more difficult. Add more and new. Arc units, Arc enemies. I've got some enemies for things. They need to have more things out there searching for us raiders.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine those dogs that the thermodynamic dogs or whatever those things.
Oh yeah,
that we always get look how cool they are this year. The video,
Yeah.
And can you imagine like Bluegate, and that out there's like 2 or 3 packs. Of roaming
like the wolves, Arc wolves
with like razor sharp teeth and missile launchers on their back, right? And these things can chase you. They can run upstairs. They can tree you in a building. Make them hyper aggressive and kind of like a shredder but with teeth.
What if
Well,
that's it's like it's a shredder but with legs. It's like it's a little 4-legged freaking shredder, right?
That runs in packs of 3.
Yeah.
Imagine
you get hunted. I'd love it if they could it's hard to lose them because they can like track you.
Yeah.
Like they can track your footprints because you do leave footprints in the sand and shit like that. It would be cool if they
turn up the difficulty a little bit on the PvE side.
You think that would have basically bump up the tension enough where PvP wouldn't really be necessary?
They need to have.
How many players do you think they would lose if they got rid of PvP? How many people do you think I'm not interested in this game anymore?
Probably 100,000 maybe.
Think so?
Yeah, which would still leave their base at 300. I think we're okay.
I think what I think is
I think get people to come back.
I was going to say I think people that probably didn't like the PvP aspect that aren't playing right now would probably come like, oh, it's PvP or PvE only. Okay, yeah, I'm going to come do it.
Right.
But I don't know, man. That's a tricky thing to navigate. There would be a lot of pissed off people.
You're going to have to rip the Band-Aid off if they're going to do something like that. Because
I don't think they are.
Because I just think I felt like it was just kind of a lazy decision. It's like, we need to add some tension to the game. That's the only, you made PvP players basically just another NPC.
Yeah.
That you have to try to avoid if you're a PvE player. And that's not how I like to play.
Yeah.
So I don't like it when my super clean algorithm draws in these dipshits like we had last night. Now, getting hunted around the map is a little different story.
That happened to you,
that
right?
was an
On
interesting.
Blue
That was an
Gate?
interesting. It wasn't fun, but it certainly up the heart
So
rate.
you were in duos or trios?
I was
You were
in trios.
Trios, and you
Yeah.
were being hunted by another set of 3 players.
We were doing trials
Yeah.
on Blue Gate, and we were killing hornets. So we were knocking snitches out, and they were calling the guys down and doing all this stuff, And we were doing really well. And I had a really expensive loadout on me because I was using Batinas and hole crackers, and these guys rolled in and they started looting our shit. I'm like, I don't want to engage. None of us. It's like, let them have the shit. We're not here for loot. I wasn't there for loot. I was there for the score.
Yeah, they're going to get some cells and some ammo.
They got a couple ARC pieces of metal, big deal. But then they rolled on through. All right, friendly. Everything's cool. Everything's friendly. Okay, be cool, guys. All right, congrats on this stuff. Get the fuck out of here. That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they left us a little. It's like something's off about these guys. So we went up the hill. Sure as shit. 3 minutes later, pew, a freaking bullet goes over my shoulder. I'm like, oh shit, they're coming after us. So we popped a couple fires back, just like let them know that we weren't gonna like just run, but then we ran because we weren't there to fight.
Yeah.
And they ended up chasing us all the way around the map on Blue Gate. And if you looked at our end thing, it was like around the very edge in a complete and perfect circle from where we launched.
Yeah.
To like the
nearest extract.
The nearest extract right where it was really funny. But that was kind of fun. But it wasn't why I was there.
Yeah.
And if those guys had been any good at all, they could have destroyed us.
And taking all your shit.
Yeah, and taking all our shit.
Well, that's when you were like, there's no incentive to be a PvP player. I disagree. You get some guy out there who's got a dope ass loadout because he loads in to do something very specific. I'm gonna go kill bombardiers and bastions, right? Or rocketeers.
Yeah.
So that's a very specific loadout, and it's all high quality stuff. You go in, and this happened to me literally the other day. I logged in. I didn't have anything super high end, but I did have a pretty good kit. It wasn't like a free loadout or anything. I think I had a medium shield with a good backpack, and then I had a half decent like Pharaoh 4 and a couple and whatever else. And I log in literally within 3 seconds of loading in. Somebody was spawn camping and cracked a couple shots out at me. I was fortunate. I had a medium shield because it kept me alive because my health was down to like the lowest quarter of it.
Right.
And then I was able to lose him in the woods and throw a couple of grenades to kind of distract him and whatnot. And then I bounced out. I'm like, dude, I so wish I was better at PvP because I was like, I want to fucking hunt this asshole and kill him. But I know I can't because I don't have that skill set. And I didn't have PvP weaponry. I had like slow loading heavy ammo shit for ARC.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I go after this guy, he's going to fucking
See,
kill
that's
me.
another thing. A lot of people are using like these starter gray weapons because they're superior for PvP.
Which is fucking retarded.
Which is retarded.
It's so stupid. I literally watched a guy go into the practice ring with a Stitcher and a Bobcat.
Yeah.
The Stitcher
outperformed the
Bobcat.
That's nonsense.
I'm like, that's ridiculous.
Should never happen.
Yeah. That if they're going to balance and adjust anything, it needs to be the fact that these free kit loadout bullshit should be the worst of the worst.
Right.
And if you go in with anything a little bit higher than that, you should be able to wipe the floor with these guys.
That's like me, like it's like a WoW character again, going out with this little wooden sword that you get when you start.
Yeah.
Whenever this thing rocks, I'm going to go kill the end boss with it. It's like, because I'm going to, dip it in a special metal thing.
No, it's just I think 9 times out of 10, what it comes down to is if you get the drop on somebody,
oh yeah,
you're gonna win.
That's it.
It's like, oh, if I shoot first, I'm probably gonna win. Except for me, because I suck at this so badly that even if I shoot first, I'm gonna lose.
Yeah.
But yeah, that like the PvP aspect of it is like, oh, they're gonna wait for you, they're gonna find you, they're gonna shoot first, and they're gonna kill you regardless of what you have.
That scenario that I just told you about, the run, that was kind of what they meant when it adds tension to it.
Sure, yeah.
All right. But imagine if they just crank up the PvP side of it a little bit.
PvE.
Or I'm sorry. the
keep going.
PvE side a little bit.
Yeah.
And that snitch that we hit to draw in the hornets, maybe that snitch calls in one of those pack of hunter dogs that's in close proximity.
Yeah.
And you don't know it because they're hiding behind that rock down there and they haven't seen you yet.
They don't make a whole lot of noise.
They don't make a whole lot of noise. It adds.
Dude, can you imagine if
they could make the PvE side a little bit harder.
You imagine you're on a night raid and you hear this weird electronic howl
Oh yeah.
and you're like, fuck.
Oh yeah.
And you don't know where they're coming from, but you know that they're trying to surround you. Because if you get like you said, if you get a pack of 3, they could literally come at you from 3 different angles and hunt you down. Like, dude, that'd
like
be
raptors, ARCRaiders.
ARCRaiders.
There it is,
bro. A little 2-legged fucking raptor fucking chasing you. That'd be terrifying.
Yeah. Or there's all kinds of different things. And like I had another idea for it's like you know Dune. You know how they have the little dart thing in Dune that comes out.
Oh yeah.
Base something kind of like on that, and those things can like travel in swarms. And they just have like one little kamikaze thing that they come and they go thunk and they like stick you.
Yeah.
And they run around in like packs of like 10.
How would you fight that though?
Shotgun, shields, but they're basically like good for like knocking out your shields.
Okay. They don't really do a lot of damage,
Not
but
a lot
they
of
take your
damage.
shields out.
But they could fuck you up.
Okay.
If you have a light shield, you might be done. If you have a medium shield, maybe they take you down. Like
You hear like a
squares.
buzzing. You're like a. You're like, whoa.
Just little things that they could add.
Yeah. Are you suggesting that they take PvP out of this game completely?
100%.
Really?
I don't know. I have no use for it.
Huh.
I think they could just crank up the PvE side and make it more challenging, make it more fun.
Sure.
And the stream last night, fighting the matriarch with all his babies, with the multiple bastions, rocketeers, and that kind of stuff, and with the snitches everywhere, and the cricket or the spider dudes. And it was just it was intense, and it was super fun. And that proved to me that there is a PvE game here that has no need of the PvP stuff.
I think,
so
I kind of agree with you. I always try to play devil's advocate for the show because I don't want this to be a circle jerk. But I kind of agree with you. I really hate the PvP aspect of this game. And it's mostly just a skill issue. I'm just not very good at it. But
I don't mind PvP for PvP's sake, but there needs to be a reason to do it. He's like, I have no desire to go out and do PvP stuff because there's no.
What are you going to get?
I don't want to be a part of the environment. I want a reason to go do it. I want something to PvP for. I want a cool set of PvP centric armor, or PvP centric guns. Something that there's a reason to do it. You know what I mean? And then they need to be put. There need to be different like server types, maybe like a PvE server, PvP server. If you want both, do a PvP VE server, or something like that. So I think there's different ways to play the game.
I think the more you kind of split it into its own different little things, the worse each one is going to be.
But all they've done is it's like I said multiple times already. I feel like it was just a lazy approach to make the game more intense, which is what they said, and I don't like it. I think it takes away from the spirit of the game. Personally,
we've got a couple of things we wanted to cover with you guys. We've got some suggestions for UI and basically kind of some improvements into the game.
Yeah, we found this on Twitter. There's a lot of chit chat going on about ways to improve the game, and
So features so making squad members loadouts visible during your
I like that
in your lobby. I don't mind it. It's very similar to Helldivers.
Well, it would have been like last night. It would have been helpful for something like that because Faustin came in with the wrong gun. He didn't realize it, and we could have like checked each other's things out.
Yeah.
You've got extra this. You've got extra that. We're going for a specific reason.
Yeah.
We're hunting matriarchs, so we need this and we need this, and somebody needs to bring this. And, instead of just everybody just bringing whatever.
I think this would be an easy thing to put in there. I don't mind that at all. That's an easy one. This one, let's see. Add custom loadouts. This, I think they said they were working on this.
I haven't read that.
Is like, it basically pre-makes a loadout for you. It tells you how much you'd have to spend to do it. So say, I want to go in with this loadout, and you do fucking $55,000 worth of shit, and you get your loadout done. I think this alongside of presets.
Yeah.
So if I want a preset, like you said, I know that I'm going to do this when I go in.
It would be really cool, like for what I said earlier, how I'm adjusting my play style for certain guns. Like, this is my preset one for this. This is my matriarch get up. This is my running around really fast get up. This is my my blue gate get up. Stuff like that.
I get you. Cool. I get you. I don't mind this. I don't think it would even be that hard to implement either.
No.
This one, workshops. This one's freaking OCD.
OCD is hell.
I do not give a shit about this. So workbench order is determined by unlock order, not player preference.
Yeah.
So they want to have the ability to change your workbenches around. I don't. Who gives a shit?
I was really shocked when I started the second expedition that they were in a different order than it was the first time.
It's because of how you unlock them.
It was just really weird.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I noticed immediately. I was like, oh, it's based on how fast I unlock it. I'm like, but I don't give a shit. Like, it doesn't matter at all what order this is in.
No, it doesn't matter to me.
Like, I don't even, like, there's no problem in adding this. Like, if they wanted to add this, sure, why not? But like, I don't care.
But like you said, I don't know.
Player
It probably
customization.
wouldn't take them a whole lot to be able to move your boxes around.
Yeah,
So
it's not a big deal.
the OCD one.
Stash and backpack features, display total value. I thought this was already a thing.
I think it is.
I thought you
Isn't
could
it?
already tell how much your stash is valued at.
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
But I've never
it's already a
checked,
thing.
so I don't know. But comment below if this is already a thing. But they're suggesting that it is actively right in front of you at all times.
Somebody in the comments is going to go, "Oh, you guys are dipshits."
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right.
How do you not know that? Like I've literally never checked. So those are some of the suggestions. I don't mind them. I think they're all good.
Yeah. There's a couple more. If you go to the next podcast.
Yeah. Comment below. What do you want to be added to the user interface in this game? Let us know in the comments below.
In the comments. Yeah.
All right. What else we got? We got.
I think that's about it.
Okay. So you were talking about PvE escalations. So this is another article that you had pulled up. Embark plans PvE escalation.
Oh yeah.
Studios
This is just a
different new ARC variants. Different.
This is a
attacks,
rumor.
weapons,
This is a
armor.
rumor site.
This
but
rumor. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the idea of like the traveling wolf packs.
Yeah.
I think that would be so fucking cool. Dynamic scenarios, buffs, and events. So that's more like your cold snap stuff. I think it would be kind of cool. They had a cold snap.
Right.
I noticed one time on Damn Battleground, the background was on fire. Like there was a forest fire, and like there was ash and stuff like that falling through the sky. I think that'd be kind of cool to kind of amp that up.
They should make it. They need to have all kinds of different map variants. Like if there's a fire going and it's smoky and there's ash flying around, you should make it so it's like harder to breathe. You can't run as far.
Yeah. Stamina drain is faster.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
I gotcha. Yeah.
I was really kind of upset that they took the cold snap away so fast.
Well, it was like 2 months.
I don't think it was quite that long. But regardless, I wish it would come back. I think it needs to just be put in the rotation. We're still in winter. It's January. Okay. If they could at least keep it through, February, mid-March.
Yeah.
I
hear you.
And then they can transition into different types of heat wave map events, if they want to do that kind of stuff. So it just feels like they put it in there and then they just yoinked it away, because a lot of people are having fun. I like the little extra challenge of having to run from building to building before you got whacked. Yeah. So
I liked it too. Like I said, it's very.
Could you imagine doing that? What we did last night with
just standing on top of the roof,
on top of the building with the cold snap? It would have been impossible.
We would have had to just go one level down.
We would have had to keep going into the stairwell and
definitely would not have been as easy. We were up there just scouting the whole place.
Would have cost us a couple thousand points.
Yeah,
probably in the end. So yeah.
I don't know, man. I like the cold snap, but if they have something new in rotation that's coming out soon.
Well, we got the Toxic Swamp thing coming.
The what?
There's a new event called Toxic Swamp coming. I don't know what all exactly it is, but it should probably start like next week or the week
Interesting.
after.
Okay.
A lot of people thought it was going to start today.
What is it? Do you have any details on it?
I don't really have any details on it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm assuming there's going to be some noxious fumes in the swamp areas and that kind of stuff. So we'll see.
Interesting.
We'll see.
The next thing on here, Shredders escaping Stellamontes.
Yes,
please. I think that would be dope.
That's a great idea.
I think that would be super cool. Blue Gate, when you go underground, there's a couple Shredders down there. I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
What is it? You walk into
Shredders in the map or in the dam.
Yeah, in the damn battleground. There's tons of places for
dark areas.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit.
Yeah. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Same with even
when I said earlier they need to make the PvE stuff a little harder.
That's what
This is exactly what the kind of stuff we're talking about.
That'd be super cool. Okay, so let's talk about the Emperors. Tease giant mountain-sized walkers in the background.
People say they're getting closer.
They are getting closer.
Are they?
I have noticed that. Yeah. I don't know how that's going to work. I think from what I heard, the devs were like, yeah, we're not exactly sure how that's going to work, but ultimately that's our goal, is to have that be an enemy that you have to fight.
Remember they told us they have a 10-year plan.
Yeah.
So it might be, 2024 before we ever get to or 2034 before we ever get to fight one of those.
In support of getting rid of PvP and having it be PvE only, I think having community events where you have to have basically the entire server has to be there to do this one thing.
They could do like a special map event that pops in like 2 or 3 times a day. That's PvP only, and the goal is to kill like this weird super hybrid thing that the matriarch and queen spawned off over there in the corner. You know, that everybody has to work together.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's the Emperor. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Like when the Emperor shows up on
that
Blue Gate.
Emperor, it's a mountain.
Yeah, it's fucking huge. There would have to be
We're going to be just like chipping away at one of its ankles. Okay.
That's remember what I said? I want Luke Skywalker shit. Like I want half the players on the map to be like the internal, like we have to get into the thing and blow it up from the inside. And then the people that are on the ground have to
shoot up its belly with our snap hooks.
Yeah, exactly. Have to like knock down its shields or like slow it down a little bit so it doesn't go. And you have a time limit. You know, it's going to walk from point A to point B, and you have that amount of time to kill it,
which is basically the amount of time the map.
It's a 30-minute map. Yeah, so you have 30 minutes to kill this thing before it just walks off the map or whatever.
It just smashes.
And like
Stellamontis with the foot.
Well, Stellamontis is such a specific map.
Or not Stellamontis, but Speranza.
Speranza. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's got like a drill, and it's trying to drill down into Stellamontis or into it's like the fucking Matrix. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dude, that'd be so badass. That'd be cool. Yeah, I think there's plenty of ways to make PvE way more interesting in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the last one says our ambitions are definitely large, but obviously you see a giant walking one in the background. Yeah. So that's all, dude. I'm all for it.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things they could do.
Yeah,
and I'm having a blast playing this game. I just think the PvP stuff is.
I'm having a good time, but
a little bit much.
Like I said, I'm stuck in this weird place where I feel like I'm hitting a ceiling that I can't get past, and I need to get past that hump.
Yeah,
and then I think I'm gonna have a good time fighting the bosses.
Yeah, we need to fight those queens so you can get those.
I need the queen parts so that I can get the thing. It's all just like it's all frustrating.
See, the problem is everybody goes to fight the queens. They get the loot, and there's only like 2 pieces of loot that seems crazy to me. Yeah, it's like it takes a whole freaking half a server to take this thing down. But then it really does.
There's not enough.
The 3 of us almost killed that matriarch last night. If we had a little bit stronger weapons, because it was on fire and smoking.
Yeah.
When we extracted, and if we had 5 more minutes and another 20 rounds of bullets, or 20 rounds of grenades, we probably could have taken it.
Yeah,
but it was just.
Well,
we were done with our shields were down.
You see those
bandages
guys
were running low.
Yeah, you see those guys that do the snap hook and then they use that placeable mine on the core of it and it takes it down like one shot.
See, I got to do stuff like
I want to do stuff like that.
I want to jump on top of the Rocketeer and put a dead mine on it. I haven't done that yet.
It's tough.
You see all those videos?
Dude,
those guys
high risk, high reward, man.
It's super fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have one snap hook, and that's the other thing too is I don't have the blueprint for the snap hook, so I can't make a new one. So I have one.
But here's the thing: we know a lot of guys that do. And we can trade.
Fair enough.
Half of them will just give you.
Hey man, can you give me a freaking snap hook? Yeah.
We have the greatest.
So that's the next level for me is like doing the shit. Like, okay, I can get on there and put a fucking what is it called? A dead what?
The dead mine.
Dead mine or whatever it's called. The freaking purple
big
mine.
Boomer. Yeah, the big round one.
Place that on the freaking matriarch. Yeah. Place that on the matriarch and freaking blow that shit up and then get down and freaking snap hook away from like Batman.
Yeah.
I need to do shit like that. That's the next level. That's the hump I have to get over. Mm-hmm. But all right, man, that's it for ARCRaiders. I think that's all of our topics.
Okay.
Cool.
There you go.
Right on, guys. Thank you so much. Let us know in the comments what you're doing in the game. Are you having a good time? Are you doing the trials? Are you pissed off about PvP? Are you a PvPer who thinks we're a bunch of bitches? Comment below. We want to hear. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
See you later, everybody. Have a good one.